So I'm watching the cricket last night, Bill. Australia, of course, playing against the West Indies. And it took me back to I think it was 87, 88.
Wow.
When at the Wacker,
Yes.
I was picked to play in a tour match between WA and the West Indies.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon I might have been 19, around there.
Oh, you
And Bill, what it was a boy being sent to do a man's job.
Well, who was bowling for
Marshall,
Malcolm Marshall,
Bishop,
oh,
Patterson, Ambrose. That was their attack.
Patterson was one of the quickest.
Patrick Patterson, the fastest of a lot of them. Ian Bishop, before his back went, was ridiculously fast. And Ambrose about 9 foot and fast.
Yeah.
And obviously Malcolm Marshall speaks for himself.
He was whippy, wasn't he?
Yeah. So as I say, I might have been my third or fourth game, and I'm a baby.
Where are you batting?
So I walk about 5, I reckon I was batting. So I walk out into the middle.
At the Wacker.
And Gordon Greenwich was the captain. I'll never forget it. The slips were 30, 40 metres away.
So you look back, you go, what are you doing, bro?
And there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
And there's 5 slips,
yeah.
a short leg, a bloke behind square, and then in a catching position, and then a fine leg.
So no one forward.
No one in front of the pit except for the bowler. So I'm standing there and I give it the middle and leg.
leg.
And I don't know who was bowling. I think it might have been Ian Bishop and the great big thundering bloody Fremantle doctor behind him. Gordon Greenwich is second slip and captain. Yeah. He makes the 40-metre walk all the way up to stand next to me while I'm waiting to receive my first ball.
And says?
And just gives it, he looks at me, I'll never forget, he looked at me and went, sorry, man.
And
then he goes, you move. He started moving the field behind, from where the batsman is behind me. So there's no one in front of the field. I knew where the ball was going.
Yeah, short.
Halfway down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, as I'm about to take strike and...
Are you really shitting?
Yeah, you shaking? At this point, I'm thinking I'm in all sorts.
Yeah.
All sorts.
Did you make sure you took the box out?
I had every bit of protective equipment that I wore was on. And I'm standing there. And then as he starts the walk back to second slip, so he's got 40 metres of walking to do. Little Gus Logie, who I got to know a little bit later on, and actually a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
He's given it I think it was Ambrose actually. He said, Umby, put him on the step ladder, man.
Put him on the step ladder.
Take him up to the boardroom, baby. And I'm standing there looking at him and going, no, don't want the step ladder. I don't want to go to any boardroom. See, the hook shot is in his armoury, man. So I'm like, there's no hook shot. Bill.
What was it like, actually?
You reckon my voice was high in that bit of audio?
Which it was.
Well, I couldn't get any words out. They wouldn't actually work.
So he runs in, you just petrified.
So, no, Bill, what happened was I'm pretty sure it was either Bishop or Ambrose that were bowling. One of the balls landed it wasn't bouncer length, it was a bit short of that, fuller than that. But the bounce at the Wacker was so true that the ball, it was easy to get underneath, went sailing over my head. I looked around, Junior Murray, so this street out here, Junior Murray's back where the building is on the other side of it. That's how far away he is.
Yep.
The ball went sailing over my head. Over his head and half volleyed into the side screen. Only bounced once.
For 4.
Yeah, 4 buys.
4 buys.
Bill, Junior Murray didn't even put his hand. It sailed right. He's only a tiny little bastard.
Could you hear it fizz?
Oh, yeah. It sailed mild over his head and then just went boom into the side screen.
Right. I'd be I wouldn't go out.
Well, Bill,
I'd just sit there and go, no.
I'm thinking this is bad enough. And then a wicket fell and Graham Wood came out. And he's playing the test match the next week.
Yeah.
And Bill, they went back another 10 metres and she was bombs away.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, I said to myself,
I'm out of it.
I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it.